Goldsworthy. Fancy seeing you all sitting there. And I'm stuck at home because my daughter is not very well and she has got to stay here until she's had her virus test. And so I'm stuck at home as well. And so I'm going to have to teach you from here. So do you know what? It's now really, really late at night, yesterday. And I'm sitting here with my husband filming me and I'm going to teach you a literacy lesson. So let's get going. Hope you're all sitting beautifully. Flynn, I can see you're sitting ready. Ivy, I can see you're ready. And Kian, I'm sure you're ready too, aren't you? Okay, so do you remember that we read Handa's Hen? And we found that there were a lot of really beautiful pictures and not very many words. And then I think you... Actually, sorry, I'm talking rubbish. We read Handa's Surprise and we found there were lots of pictures and not many words. And then you've looked at Handa's Hen, I think yesterday, and found that there were lots more words. And I explained to you the other day that we were going to be retelling Handa's Surprise in words. So we need to practice describing pictures really well so that we can tell that story. And that's what we're going to practice doing today. We're going to be describing pictures and practicing drawing pictures that our partners have described. Okay, so our Walt for today is to describe pictures using words. Now, you're all going to need a whiteboard to lean on, a pencil, and the sheet of paper which Mrs. K should be able to give you, which looks like that. You'll need a whiteboard, a pencil, and that piece of paper. So we're going to pause the video now while you go and get what you need. Okay, so you should all have your whiteboard, your pencil, and the sheet of paper with the Walt on it. Okay, so I am now going to describe for you a picture. You're not going to see the picture because I've got it here, but I'm going to use my words to describe that picture and you're going to try and draw it on your piece of paper. And then we're going to see how closely your picture matches my picture. Okay, ready? Okay, so in the middle of my picture, I have got a square house. And the house has a pointy roof. Now Mrs. K can stop the video at any point during this description so you've got time to draw it. But I'm going to keep going with my description and she will stop it where you need it stopped. Okay, so we've got a square house with a pointy roof, and on the pointy roof there is a really tall, thin chimney with lots of billowing smoke coming out of the top, a real cloud of billowing smoke. On the other side of the roof, from where the chimney is a small bird that's sitting on the side of the roof. Now, on the front of the house, there is a climbing plant that's climbing up the front of the house, and that flowering plant has got some flowers on it and some leaves. And there are 3 windows on the front of the house. There are 2 windows at the top and 1 window at the bottom. And in the windows there are some curtains. And there's a door with a doorknob. Okay, I'll pause it there if you want to and let everybody catch up. But Mrs. K, no helping them with what's on there. They've just got to listen to me and see if they can draw the pictures. Okay, then from the door, there is a garden path that comes down to the front of the picture and it joins a gate. There's a garden gate at the end of the path. And then there's a fence all the way along the front. And in the garden, there is an apple tree. And on the apple tree is 1 apple, nice red rosy apple. And underneath the apple tree there is a very hairy fluffy dog with quite a long tail, and he is looking across to the other side of the garden where there is a rabbit that's running off. It looks like the dog is about to chase the rabbit. There we are. So that's my picture. See if you can finish that off. You might need to replay this description a couple of times so that you've all got what you want, and then we'll have a look. So pause it for a while if you need to. Okay, so by now, hopefully, all of you have managed to draw your pictures. Let's see whether my words were good enough for you to have been able to draw my picture. So this is my picture. I wonder how many of you managed to draw that picture. Did I describe it well enough? Or were there things which I could have said which might have helped you to be able to draw the picture better? Can you stop the video now for a minute and talk about that with Mrs. K? See if it would have helped if I'd said left or right or top and bottom. Are there words or instructions which I could have given you which would have helped you to draw that picture better? Have a chat with her and then we'll come back to the next bit of the video. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is you're going to need the second sheet, okay, and in a minute you're going to go and sit down at your tables with this second sheet, because what I want you to do is in the top part of this sheet where it says the picture I will describe for my friend, this top part, you are going to draw your own picture. Okay, it can be of anything you like, it doesn't matter what it is, but it must only be in pencil. You can't use coloured pencil, just pencil. And I want you to draw a picture with quite a lot of things in it, but Mrs. K will give you a time limit, maybe 5 or 10 minutes to draw that picture. Okay, and then you're going to come back and sit on the carpet, but keep your picture secret. So try not to let too many people see it. Right, off you go and draw some really good pictures, and I'll see you back here in a minute. Okay, so have you all drawn your pictures and kept them secret? Well done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is Mrs. K is going to pair you up with somebody who you weren't sitting next to. So they won't have seen your picture while you were drawing it. Okay, so Mrs. K is going to pair you up with somebody else who you weren't sitting next to, and you're going to try and draw their picture, and they're going to try and draw your picture. So what you'll need to do is, while you're keeping your picture close to you, you're going to have to think really carefully about the words that you use to describe your picture without showing it to them, just like I did. They're going to try and draw yours, and then you can see whether they match, and then you can swap over, and then you can listen to your partner telling you about their picture, and you can see how well they match up. And while you're doing that, I want you to really think about what are the things that help you to draw a picture from somebody's words. Okay, so off you go, and then we'll come back and you can show me what you've done. Okay, so how did you get on, I wonder? Did you manage to match up your pictures? Did you manage to think about what helped you to draw the picture? Which were the words that were really useful? The final thing I'd like you to do now in this lesson is to sit with Mrs. K and make a list on the flip chart of the things that you needed to be able to draw a really good picture from someone else's words. Can you do that, and then we can have a look at it? Okay, well done. I think it's probably nearly snack time, break time now. So go and have a good break. See you later.